10.
And welcome back to MMG PlayStation 4 League, where today we're going to be seeing a match on Coastline with TNO versus RIZE. And I'm here joined today by Neely Bobber. Say hello, Neil.
How you doing, everybody?
We are doing fantastic. We're kicking things off right quick already into the ban phase. And yeah, we haven't seen Coastline yet this season, I believe.
No, we haven't yet. This is last time we saw Bank, we saw Villa. So
Yes.
Coastline hasn't made it in for PS4 at least.
Yeah. A lot of teams seem to have been avoiding Coastline, so I'm kind of excited to see. This always a very interesting map when you have the middle opened up like that. So it really plays a lot to some different strategies and some really pain in the butt angles that can be taken on the defenders.
Yeah, that's the main reason probably why we don't see it either, is there's just too much openness. It leaves a lot for the attackers to gain a lot of ground very quickly. And it's a very tricky spot to attack from. If my memory serves me correct, in one of the invitationals, Coastline was used and attackers were trying to push through the center, and it was working against them just because the defenders had the angles. And then the next game when Coastline was in, it worked the exact opposite. So it's really down to the teams themselves to make Coastline work. It's a very underutilized map, but for the reason of it's a very difficult map to attack or defend depending on your team.
Very open and a lot of destructibility.
Exactly. A lot of vertical play as well.
Yeah.
But as we're going to see here, we're going to see Jackal, Monty, Echo, and Ella taken off the board. None of these are really surprising for Coastline.
Yeah.
Ella, again, more or less a niche PS4 pick, but still can be pretty vital in the 90 hallway upstairs over by Penthouse. Although Penthouse has worked its way out of the rotation for bomb sites. So I'm not too sure if, again, it's just people more worried on the Ella shotgun meta rather than a particular bomb site being used.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to wait and see how that. But Echo, nothing too crazy there. Monty, again, another very powerful operator, especially on this map. And Jackal, just overall a very powerful operator. We've seen the last game, I believe it was on Xbox. We saw who was it? I think it was MMG White and Pure Loyalty.
Yeah.
Jackal was not banned, and Jackal was a impact fragger. And and so when he's not banned, somebody's going to pick him and somebody's going to use him to his full potential, and it will be a nightmare for the defensive team at that point. So it's just smart of them to take him off the board and worry about other operators at that point.
Yeah. So right away we're going to be looking at Hookah. Can be a tough spot to defend, especially that B bomb site. And it's handy that they have Montaigne off the board, because sticking a Montaigne in there makes it easier to hide behind. And I also kind of figured that's why they're bringing the smoke, because you need to be able to lob something into some of those corners to choke them out, slow them down, and push them out of position. Because once they get situated there, it's really hard to kind of reel them out. So see where the attack kind of leads. There's a lot of possibilities on this map. Like we were saying before, a lot of vertical gameplay, a lot of different places that the attackers can enter from to make use of. So right off the bat, we're coming in from the east, the main entrance. Already opening up some windows, and they're going to take up to the roof. I assume that they might try to enter in through the master bedroom to try to just get a foothold in the site.
Yeah, usually what you're going to see is they're going to push in through master bedroom, try and take control of top floor, get that vertical play going. So therefore, things like your Twitch and your Zofia and even your Thermite can take control. But as you can see here, Bubble taking out the first kill of Drake or Drac. Able to take him out pretty quickly, but he's on a sliver of health, so he can easily be refragged. But he's holding the angle, and he's not able to get his angles. And Bubble taking out another one, and just down. So again, it is a little bit late for the refrag. Losing two very important operators, your Sledge and your Thermite. So that is a very distinct amount of top control and especially vertical play that now cannot be used. And your frag grenades, it's a big one that is now off. He's going to go for the C4. Oh, he could have detonated and got a kill. He backs away though. He second guesses himself. And unfortunately now it's going to let the attackers kind of roam free up top over here in VIP.
You might have a second chance at that, but right off the bat, two dead attackers, all because either one of two things happens. One is they didn't drone in and they just kind of jumped down. He got picked off. Or even if they did drone down and they knew that Bumble was there, that is never a good place just to drop in because there's nowhere to escape. Like, you're at a disadvantage there. So dropping in was...
Yeah, the smarter move would have been for the Zofia to open up a wall or a hole from a bathroom into the hallway. So therefore, it just gives you a way around or a way to rotate. But unfortunately, that just wasn't the case. And as we speak, Valkyrie takes care of the Twitch, and that's another very important operator. But Ghost able to refrag onto Riley frags. But with 55 seconds left, 3v2, it does look like RIZE Alliance might have this one won, but we'll have to wait and see on this. Modelo is going to push over here by 90. Just going to watch the frag or the flank, but wait, it goes. And right now it is just down to Modelo and the Thatcher, and it's an uphill battle. He's got 3 very powerful operators, pretty well almost at full health, getting shot from across the way, and just does a little bit of pre-fire, not able to hit anybody. But the goo mine finally finishes him off, and first round does go to RIZE Alliance.
Yeah, right off the bat, the kind of TNO kind of shot themselves in the foot. Just trying to get entered into that bedroom, that's a common place for a roamer. You need to be a little bit more cautious about that. Again, like, if you knew that guy was there, don't just drop into that bathroom because you only have one way out unless you're able to open up that wall, which they didn't. Now, I can see why the second one shot dropped behind, because maybe he, like, the call out was made that there's like maybe 5 HP or whatnot, and he thought he could get it, but taken down by Bumble. And just, yeah, your 2 high impact players that were not able to use their utility off the map right away.
Yeah, Bumble did his job to a T. He was literally there to either take lives or take time. He did a little bit of both. So after the Twitch finally did get him down, his job was done at that point. He already did his took away as much utility as he possibly could, and I think that's the main reason for the win right there. But we're going to be going over to Penthouse again. Not a very common site to see because it is a very difficult site to hold. But we will see a Maestro making his debut here. Again, a very powerful operator. Usually we see him banned out. Him or Echo usually see it, but the majority of the time we do see Echo, just because his utility is a lot more powerful, I feel. It's an invisible camera, gives intel, can spot, and also can deny a plant situation. Whereas Maestro, not so much. It's more or less just a hard intel that they gather. And it's kind of hard to get away or get rid of the evil eye, just because you can't just shoot it off the wall.
Yeah, but right off the bat, noticing Van setting up his main cameras there. Riley looking for some early frags, not able to get him. He's going to get droned out near the bottom there.
He will get cut off, though.
He's going to get the frag on Drac. Oh, my goodness. That was...
I don't know how he won that.
Drac had the first shots. He got a lot of damage into him, but, like, not enough. And, yeah, that's a good frag for Riley.
Yeah, I think Drac got caught running where he should have been holding the angle, but great shots coming from Riley on that. So that is your sledge off the board, and again, the frag grenades will not be used in this round. And as I say that, Bumble on to Modelo. So it is looking very promising for RIZE Alliance again, and that was Diffuser down, or they got retaken though. It is on Thermite now. He's going to go upstairs, but they have this stairwell on lock. Pre-fire coming out from Bumble. Able to hit a few shots, but not able to take away too much health. As you can see here, the Zofia gets another one, and another one comes from a Bumble. Bumble's just on fire at this point. Not able to take away the Thermite, though.
Extinguished.
Thermite takes care of Bumble quite quickly. Flashbangs are going to go out, try to cover his entrance into Hookah. And just like that, they are holding angles, so it is not looking good. And as I say that, he gets taken care of very quickly. Riley frags, staying alive, but Bumble, the MVP of this round.
Some really a lot of aggression coming from the attack. We did see like 1 or 2 drones, which should have given the information to take down Riley, but like I don't know, a little bit of dropped communication there. But they need to, I think, slow it down and clear things up a little bit better. They had some tough impact going in through the basement, but then they just tried to force themselves up the blue stairs, and that didn't exactly go well for them.
No, it didn't go well at all. As we've seen there, the first kill coming from Riley Frags. He was caught running, but he spotted the sledge right away and was able to hit the shots where I feel like the sledge got caught off guard, was not expecting him to run or catch him that early. And obviously lost the gunfight, which, again, I don't think he should have lost because the MPX doesn't hit hard. It has to rely on the headshots, which he didn't kill him with headshots. It was just a spray of bullets, but he just had the better aim at that point. But all in all, a very impressive round coming from RIZE. Bubble, again, being the star player, holding down Sunrise Stairwell, just totally in control. Yeah, and right now, he's going to be the one to watch throughout the entire game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we've seen a lot from Bumble and Riley Frags before. Both of these guys are basically the top fraggers that we've seen pretty consistently. Now, we did see some good plays from Quick Wit early on. We do see him changing, like, a lot of different strategies coming, and then a lot of different roles kind of switching around. Quick Wit earlier on was the roamer Valk underneath the bomb site, and now we see Quick Wit playing more of a playing castle, so we assume it's going to be more of like a support role and whatnot. So a lot of interesting roles where no one's continually stuck in one kind of genre. Like, you don't see one person always on the anchor, one person always on the roam. They like to switch it up a bit, and I kind of like that.
Yeah, they do seem to switch it up when necessary. They're looking at their strategy saying, okay, this is not working, let's move over to something different. And it does seem like they're able to pick up the roles quite easily. Drac getting into a little bit of gunfight, though, is going to back away, though. And as we can see here, I believe the Jaeger got taken out. I don't think he got taken out in that gunfight, but he got another one taken out. But Riley Frags is just missing the head. Brings the IQ down to half health, but gets cut off quickly by Mario. So that is another one off the board.
Seeing a whole different side to TNO right now. Again, they're still playing their aggression, but it looks like they're a little bit more coordinated. We did see some drones coming around, some information going out there, and they're hitting some nice shots, and they're putting a lot of pressure on Quick Wit. We're going to get a kill on Mario, though, and Van is going to get a double kill. This is going to even out the odds a little bit more, 3v3. Quick Wit just waiting for this castle to go down.
Calls it out to his teammates, though, pinging it. Let his teammates know there is somebody over here by security office. And as you can see, DCL is going to be doing a little bit of free fire into the open area because he does know that IQ is just waiting for him to poke his head around the corner so she can take it off. Minute 16 left, though. It's not looking promising, though, at this point. And as I say that, though, DCL does take out Modelo. So it is just down to this IQ, who has just over 50% health. But as she does take it out, they stack up and could easily have lost that gunfight. But he's going to switch over to the pistol, and the Mira is going to finish him off with that Vector. And again, another one for RIZE Alliance, going up 3-0.
It was looking much better for TNO. They were playing a lot better early on. They got some nice frags right off the bat, but then again, we saw some refrags coming right back, evened out the score, and then TNO just couldn't hold that lead together, and they kind of got picked apart just a little bit.
Yeah, so what I saw there was they started off strong. They cleared their operators up top. They got rid of basically the two main ones that they had to worry about were Bumble. They got him off the board, and then I believe they got Vang. Yeah. Riley Frags was downstairs, but they got those two off the top floor. Took control of it, but at that point they stalled. They didn't know what to do from there, and they immediately jumped down, whereas that's exactly where they lost all the control. We had IQ and we had Twitch both in open area, holding very similar angles where RIZE Alliance had the bottom open from Blue Bar and was able just to take care of business from there. And I think it was just a misread of how they wanted to approach things. I think they stumbled a little bit and were not able to catch their feet from there. And again, RIZE Alliance, being a very strong team, was able to see that and then totally cut them off. So we're going to go down to Kitchen. And we're going to see a Mozzie being brought out again, but this is definitely more of a Mozzie strong. So the attackers have no way of knowing where these are unless they lose their drone. Even at that point, it's just a waste of a drone. So a very strong operator have on this particular site. We do see the Maestro taking a little bit of damage from his teammates. So that's going to be him. He's going to be a little bit more squishy than usual.
Yeah. right off the bat, as we can see already, like it's gonna be this top. Well, he's not top floor right now, but a lot of the time, a top floor hold from the defenders comes a little bit into play because once the attackers kind of get their foot up there, they're able to open up in so many different spots in kitchen, and it can make it a lot harder for the defenders. So a lot of the priority should be going to the top floor. We do have Jaeger up there, but right now, Thermite looking to possibly frag in. Some pings are going out, but Thermite should not be the entrance fragger. One goes down, can the refrag come back? And it looks like he is going to be able to drop that body.
Yeah, one shot, not able to land his shots, but he does. Oh, he tries to pre-fire that little murder hole that was being made by the Maestro. But as I said, one shot was not able to finish off that kill. And oh, what a double coming from the Maestro. That Alda just taking care of everybody in that doorway. And just like that, it is down to a 2v4. It's down to Ghost, and I'm not too sure who's playing Thatcher, but it's just down to them.
That LMG being
lethal. Catches the bandit in the rotation, and right now they are stuck. The hatch opens. They know they're getting closed in on. They have to figure something out, and they have to figure something out fast. Minute 20 left. They might just have to push into sight, and hopefully it gets them. But as we see here, the Mozzie going for the aggressive play is going to stay outside by Diffuser, and Riley Fangs with a third kill, cleaning up TNO. And very strong. Again, I don't know if the attackers, what they were exactly trying to pull off. I feel like they lost a lot of intel, again, because of the Mozzie cutting off a lot of it. So what I see there is Coastline is not their map. They've lost the map ban phase. This is not something they wanted to play, not somewhere where they had to play. And right now, Rise Alliance is very comfortable on this map. If I'm not mistaken, last year we seen Rise Alliance pick Coastline or play Coastline the most out of everybody. And they do seem very comfortable on this map. So right now, I think Trust No One just has to gather themselves, slow this game down. Right now, they're playing Rise's game. They got to slow it down and start playing their game.
A very consistent method that they seem to be using is like a 4-man push in a certain spot. Like they're trying to push it aggressively and whatnot, but the downside to that is once that entrance is known, then the defenders can kind of rotate and get multiple angles on them, but TNO just keeps trying to push through it. Like they don't realize this is not a good idea, back out and try to figure something else out. They just keep throwing themselves at it, and it's not really working for them.
Yeah, as they're a little confused by the new addition to Coastline. I believe that was added in the new update where you can't peek the window. It makes it a little bit easier for the attackers to get in, just because that is a common entry point and can easily be pre-fired. And it really wasn't. The attackers weren't able to get the same angle as the defenders were. So right now, I believe they're just pointing that out. But we will be going back up to Penthouse. Hopefully they do something a little bit different, or at least they've learned from their mistakes from last time. It looks like they're going to try and hide in the wall a little bit. It's a pretty common strategy in the ranked meta of just kind of, hopefully the drones don't see me and I can get the pick on somebody. But we will have Vigil over here in Hookah as well. Another very common entry point for the attackers. But as you can see at the bottom there, Ash is going to be trying to clear out Sunrise and Blue Bar. So we might see a engagement here sooner than later. But I don't know if they know that he is in Hookah. Drones are going out. Be able to take the head off a Bubble. That's a nice shot coming from Drac. But just like that, there's still someone upstairs waiting to take him out.
You see Modelo looks like he is pushing him from the other side.
Yes, it does look like they call it, and they do spot him finally. A couple shots land onto the Vigil, but he's not able to kill anybody. And the Vigil on Riley Frags takes out Mario. Going to go for the pre-fire. Just misses, and the Ash gets taken out again, too. Riley Frags just slowing down these attackers and takes out another one. Riley Frags with a triple kill. And right now, they are in a tough position. This Vigil is proving to be the most difficult that they've faced. And they do catch the Maestro, and Riley Frags with a 4K on the round with that Vigil, just staying in Hookah.
Really winning those gunfights. He had the disadvantage of being spotted, but they just couldn't land their shots on him.
No, they couldn't. And again, I feel like they had a good idea. They focused them, but then there was no, and like they pushed in one at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
So the Zofia pushed in for billiards, got killed. Then the Ash did a little bit of pre-fire, and then she got fired back. And then there was somebody else on the stairs, and then they got fired upon. So it was just, they were just feeding the machine at that point.
Yeah.
So Riley Frags just pointing and pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
Just doing his job. And it worked, obviously, as you can see. I'm not too sure where Trust No One can go from here. I think right now they're just hoping to get one, go into the defense, and possibly bring another one back. Again, every team's different. Some people are better on defense. Some people are better on attack. It's just the way Siege goes, right? And especially with this new system that they added, similar to the Pro League, where it's 6, or you play up to 6 rounds on attack, and then you switch, so it can easily be swayed. You can see there the Jaeger rocking the new Pilot Rogue skin. I'm actually a big fan of those new skins that they brought in, and as soon as you Vang is going to disconnect, and that's not looking good so far. It does look like RIZE Alliance might be at the under, or might actually be at the disadvantage now. And Trust No One might actually catch a break here.
Yeah, because it looks like they're going to play through.
Oh, sorry. I mean, RIZE is going to have a better time than Trust No One. I totally mixed those up. That's my bad.
But yeah, we have like a heavy 5-0 lead going on right now. And this is the last time that Tino is going to be able to go for their attack. And they really need to evaluate how they've been attacking previously. They need to switch it up. It looks like they have been droning better. Their information's getting there. So Medell getting the first pick onto Quick Wit, getting themselves situated, but we're going to see Bumble coming back in as they pile up into bathroom. Some fires, shots going down. He's getting down Drac. Another one in the bathroom. More shots going down. Bumble with the second kill into Modelo. Now he's just going to wait for another one to drop, and there you go. Another one drops, but this time it's not going to go so well. And finally, Bumble's going to be taken down by one shot. But at this point, the rest of the defenders kind of know where the attack push is coming from.
Yeah, they lost their Ash and they lost their Thatcher. Thatcher not as important on this site, but the Ash was definitely crucial for those pushes, especially in 90 Hall. So it will be tough to push at this point. They are all stacked up here in VIP. There's no real pressure coming from any other direction. So the defenders are free to roam wherever they really please at this point. And again, I have to really reassess this situation, or that hopefully they see that this is going on and can reevaluate how they're going to be pushing this. Because right now, they're just going to be pushing one single doorway, and they might just all get chewed up.
Yeah.
So, but they do down Riley Frags on the castle, and it literally is just down to DCL on the smoke. So, again, we can either chalk this one up to Trust No One, and again, they can take at least a round. And as I see here, Fang has not rejoined yet. So we might have another, or we might at least have a rehost. They are going to put the plant down. Since your smoke does catch one of them off guard, now they do know where he is, and they will cut him off. But he does take out Mario, and he's going to be going off. As he's just down to a 1v1 ghost. And he's going to smoke him off, going to try and cordon him off, and go for the defuse. And he misses his shot.
He had that. Oh my goodness.
Making him pay. And finally, Trust No One gets one on the board. Just before the switch.
He knew what was going on. He had the advantage there. He had the shotgun pulled. He just that's why I hate shotguns. Like, I don't know, it's those situations where it's like point blank range. You thought you hit him, but it doesn't line up. And yeah, I don't know. That's unfortunate for him, because that would have been a sick clutch 1v3 bomb planted. You know, it was looking really good for him. And that would have
his aim. I think his aim just let him down a little bit. If you noticed that the Twitch, he ran in, ducked, and I don't think he was just expecting the Twitch. I don't think he was expecting the Twitch to move in that quickly, which happens, right? Sometimes you can assess the situation, you have it all read, but then they just do that one thing that happens to be a little bit quicker than you're expecting. It happens, but again, a valiant effort nonetheless. We are going to have a rehost here and get everybody into the game. We're going to invite everybody in, but now that Trust No One has this little break, they can reassess what's happening and where they're going wrong. Obviously, RIZE Alliance is a very, very strong team. We've seen them before. They played in the first day, game day number 1, against MMG Black, and they were very dominant. I believe they won 7-0.
Yeah.
They won 7-0, and they had very similar bans, but Bubble, again, being the main one, and Riley Frags were obviously the main fraggers. Trust No One is just having a lot of trouble with this team. I don't blame them. They have, they're a very skilled team. But Coastline itself is one of those things where we have to really look at. It is a defender-sided map. Most maps are. I think the only one that is balanced enough is Cafe, where I believe it has a 52% win ratio for the defenders. It's the closest to being.
Yeah.
Is it Cafe? Can't remember if it was Cafe or another map, but I know I think it was Cafe that has a 52% win rate for the defenders. So it is a kind of two-way street for that, but Coastline is 100% a defender-sided map just because of the way the bomb sites are laid out. Granted, they lose a lot of space because of the middle part, but almost nobody uses it. And if the attackers do use it, generally get punished, or if the defenders use it. So everybody just stays away from that, and it's just a very linear map. A lot of long angles, which, again, you would think would be in the side of the attackers, but because of the way it's all laid out, the defenders can easily hold the counter angle a little bit closer. But I will say, this new season, though, while we're waiting for everybody to get back in, I am thoroughly enjoying this new season. I know I took a little bit of a break getting back into Siege. I don't know if you did too, Jeff. Were you?
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, the last season was a little bit lackluster with Nook and Warden. Both of them a little underwhelming. Everybody knows that. The reused loadouts, as much as not a lot of people don't like them, I don't mind it because it gets people using different weapons. Like, for example, the G8 on Amaru. Amaru is I think Amaru will become a very powerful operator. I don't think people know how to quite use her just yet, which is understandable. I don't think anybody should. I don't really even know how to use her properly just yet, but I think she's going to be a very underrated operator to the point where we're going to see her in Pro League, and she's going to be a focal point in Pro League, and possibly even somebody who's going to be bannable. Goyo, I think we're going to see anyways, but I don't think he's as strong as his Amaru. So I think he's more situational, and even then, I think it's more of a risk to run him than it is a benefit. Whereas Amaru has a more beneficial gadget where she can be a very quick flank watch. Like, if you think of Consulate, think of approaching Consulate, rappelling straight up to the roof, and holding yellow stairs from the top within, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds. Rather than the 30 seconds by the time you get in position. So you've cut that time in half where you can catch somebody off guard and you can catch somebody in a rotation. So I think she's going to be immensely powerful.
Yeah, and she has the ability to find the weak spots in the defense and kind of take advantage of that.
Exactly right, because she can get into position so quickly. It's going to be something that it's going to be a really fun thing to watch when we see the pros do it. I think once she makes it in there, we will see Nook and Warden in this season, which I don't think they're going to be played as much. Maybe Nook, maybe.
I would, I would actually assume Warden ahead of Nook, because Nook's a very rush kind of she's very situational. Well, where I can see Warden being used in some to hold up on some spots, but I guess it'll be interesting to see. We're already back into the game, and everything switched around. So now we have TNO on the defense.
Yeah, we have TNO on defense, and we have RIZE Alliance on attack. We will see a Ying get pulled out, and we'll see a Alibi being 6th pick into a Mute, which is a very smart thing. And we're going to see an IQ switch over to a Thermite, which is interesting. Thermite not being as powerful on this map as would be other maps. just because of the amount of destruction on this map. So a very interesting
for
pick.
Penthouse and Theater though. Thermite is a good pick.
Yes.
Getting control of like the circle VIP circle couch room area. Like it's common. You want to get control of that. If you can open up that back wall, it's nice to be able to plant just behind that bed. Anyone from theater can't really get to you that well. That's kind of the go-to plan. You always have to watch for the C4 underneath. So I'm assuming that's going to be the go-to strat in this. But while doing that, you also have to take care of that angle from pool. And like I said, anyone from underneath. As long as you have those covered, you can kind of continue to push forward and you have that attack done.
Exactly. As you see here too, we're going to be going to Penthouse. A very interesting pick. I always think Penthouse is going to be a weaker site, but everybody I think is kind of like ingrained that this is the first site you go to. Whereas I feel Blue Bar is probably a better pick. It's a very easily defendable map, or it is defendable. I should say easily defendable. It is defendable, more so than Penthouse. But every team has a strategy, and every team has a reason to pick this. So TNO might have some ace up their sleeve, per se. But we will see the hatch in bathroom be opened right away. And Ying is going to be on the window of going into B site, so we might see Drag here trying to take advantage of that. But
all the defenders seem to be off site. It's just Drag, which we have a nice angle in one shot. Interesting setup here.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if I like it or not.
It is interesting, but it's easily counterable. But I don't see the attackers going for it just yet. The castle wall or the castle window kind of holding off all direction here. As I see here, impact grenade goes up to Riley Frags, and now he's kind of stuck in the middle of sight with bullets just whizzing at his face. One shot takes him out. And it does look pretty good for Trust No One, but as I say that, Ying takes care of Mario, and quick coming for another frag. I'm going to start opening up the floor, trying to get those angles. But remember, angles work both ways. And another one from One Shot. Nice shot comes from him on the ZCL. Frag grenades coming out, trying to displace him. Not able to get anybody like that. So he's going to move up blue stairs. And as you can see here, Ying is going to push in through VIP. Battle of the slow RPM guns. And we do see Ying come out on top of that. It's a 2v2 with a minute left.
That magazine size really working to her advantage. Quick Wit is going to get dropped by Ghost, though. Bring it down to a 2v1. A full minute left. This is a winnable spot. And it looks like he's going to go for the plant. Is he going to stick it, or is it going to be a bait and switch? Bait and switch. He's not going to be able to get the kill, though. And the defenders are going to win. And I believe that is match point.
No.
No? It goes...
No, because that was Trust No One who won. Trust No One's on defense.
Right. Yep.
Yes,
you're right.
So
I'm just used to
No, you know, that little bit of pause. Sometimes it throws us off, right? We're not perfect. We're human. But that was a very promising round coming from Trust No One. That looks like in that break they did mention that they probably brought up in the team, okay, this is where we're lacking. Let's be a little bit more aggressive. It looks like we might see Ward getting 6-pick, and yes, he is going to get 6-pick onto the Legion. But yeah, as I think in that break, I think Trust No One regrouped a little bit. They looked much better with that. And like you said, that little strat from VIP, I don't think RIZE Alliance was expecting it.
Yeah.
And again, those little pocket strats is what you do to throw off your team to get kind of the upper hand. And as you can see here, we're up 2-5. Trust No One can bring this one back from the brink. They just have to keep up that consistency that they were doing before.
Yeah, down in kitchen, again, a lot of the times we see the counter strat to this is the top floor hold. We're seeing some castles being brought out. This adds a little extra security for the rotations and whatnot. Another castle going to be used, a rotation instead. I wonder if he's going to be trying to hold blue, because holding off this area can be vital down that long hall as well.
Be very interesting. So it'll just grant him access to blue, but he's going to be rotating over here to office, which is interesting. because this is generally a very, again, it's a very high traffic area, but you usually see your Ashe or even your Twitch kind of enter that way while everybody else pushes site. So I'm not too sure if castle going there might be the best idea, but we will have Drac over here. Just going to be pre-aiming these doorways, just seeing, make sure maybe you can catch somebody with a quick little peek. But we look, Trust No One is a little ways away. I don't know how I feel about him being that far away. I think he could move closer to site, possibly even into the 90 hallway, closer to Blue Bar. But again, the Trust No One does seem to have these weird little pocket strats, which can work. As you can see here, though, as mentioned, the Ashe will push through Office, and she will take down the castle, which is no surprise. Almost lost her life for it, though. And as I say, that Modelo and Mario able to take out 2 very quick frags. So that is your IQ and your Sledge off the board. And Bubble is going to push into sight, but with only 1 health, he's got to make sure his shots count. And as I say, that Bumble gets taken out by Modelo. And right now, Modelo has full control of this Blue Bar, so they're going to try and get him out of here. 1:30 left, though. Modelo ready for that Twitch to push him.
We're seeing some, like, a whole different team come from TNO right now. Their hold's looking much better than their attack is. And again, this being a defensor-sided map, the comeback from this would be incredible. They're showing the skill and the strats to be able to make a comeback on this, but it's a necessity. Like, 1 loss means it's done and over with. There's no room for error in this. We're going to see Riley Fakes frags pushing up and just going to get a kill on Modelo. Is going to even it out a little bit, but there's 3 defenders that have to kill in a full minute left. He's going to get fragged down. Drax going to get a nice kill onto him, leaving 1 attacker left. Barely any health for Riley Frags.
Yeah, smoke grenades are going to go out, so it's going to hold him off, but Riley Frags. Mario getting a little bit too aggressive. The Legion Mine is going to slow him down right now. He only has about 20 health left, so probably 2 bullets will finish him off. He's going to rotate around, trying to come through the back way from bathroom. But with 27 seconds left, no diffuser in hand, he has to go for the frags. Let's see here, we will see the Jaeger come around the corner, and he will finish him off. Riley Frags being super strong. He is super reliable on this F2. He's very comfortable in this kind of position, the clutch positions that he did last time. The last smoke grenade will go out. 10 seconds left, and the smoke does finally finish him off. That was close. Trust No One almost lost that one.
Unnecessarily, like, pushing and running around from the defenders. Like, what? 3v1, let them come to you. Like, the other entrance was, everything's castled off. He literally just had to come through that door. Riley Frags is, like, by now they should know, like, this guy's been, like, knocking off people left, right, and center. Like, keep the advantage. Fragger. Yeah, just hold the advantage and let him try to push in, because, like, he caught 2-3 people out of position, got some nice easy kills on him. And if there were no smoke canisters left, like, who knows? Like, Riley Frags has been known to win those gunfights too. Like, he could have just won it all right there.
Yeah, exactly. If that smoke grenade is, I even think then he got a little lucky, and unfortunately Vang is going to disconnect again. He's having some connection issues tonight, and it will literally be another possible win for TNO. We're going to have to wait and see from the admin to see if we're going to do a rehost or not. I don't believe we are.
I'm really liking, like, 3v5. To lose now, like, it looks better, you know? Like, it was to be sitting there at, like, 5-1 as a team. Like, it feels hard, but, like, you're definitely, like, showing, like, no, we can compete with you. You know, you had defense first. You know, you guys did well, but look, things are switched now. We can compete with you too. We're good at defense. Like,
yeah, exactly. They do seem to have the stronger strategy on defense than they did attack. But they do also seem to be winning a lot of gunfights. Again, there is the small issue of them getting a little bit over aggressive, but they're winning the gunfights. They're catching them off guard, and it's something that, look, again, they're more comfortable with on this map in the defense. And as we say, that Modelo going for the early pick, a little bit of a spawn peek, taking out that Twitch, and that's Riley, or that's DCL, sorry, so Riley Frags did switch off of that. And that is a very powerful gun off the board already, but I believe we're going to have to worry about Riley frags on the Ash, and that was a very nice kill from Blue Bar. They're getting shot from here, but we will have Riley frags on the Zofia, actually, pushing in through service entrance, so he might be able to get, but as I say that, Modelo just murdering these guys. Modelo has turned on, and Mario with another one and onto Bumble. So, and again, they are getting very aggressive on it. I don't think they need to. They have 2 minutes to let him go. Vang finally makes his way back, and Quick is going to regroup back here. Just missing his shots on to the Legion, and Legion finishes him up, and that brings it down to a 4-5 for Trust No One.
A strong aggressive defense. They just made a huge statement there. Like they just shut. Obviously, they started off. TNO started off with a one-man advantage there, but like, man, they just completely shut down RIZE there, and they brought it to a 4v5. Like, they're in the race. You know,
yeah, we're just waiting for Vang to connect. Hopefully he can get in time. He does. He picks the Finka. I think that was just a desperation pick at this point. He could 6-pick off, which he will. I wonder who else would pick, though. Probably he'd want a Thatcher or Nomad. Actually, that's a smart move on this map, especially with all the runouts. And as you're picking a Blackbeard, Nomad is... If you have a friend who plays Blackbeard, be that friend who plays Nomad.
Yeah,
I urge you to be that friend who plays Nomad, because you will make the Blackbeard's life oh so easy. Just basically a free warning sign for the Blackbeard, and because everybody is going to try and peek the Blackbeard from different angles, it will obviously save his life in the long run. We keep the longevity of that Blackbeard. Castle are going to be castling off the main entrances, and they're going to be doing the same strategy as they did last time. But I think RIZE Alliance are no fools, and they might not fall for this a second time. So hopefully they have adapted it slightly to make it a little bit more viable. It does not look like they have.
Yeah, so like, knowing that this setup is going to come, the counter strat to this, one, smart to have that Blackbeard, and the Nomad to protect him. Set your Blackbeard up on the double bedroom windows. That's gonna watch the rotation through VIP and that master bedroom that we see like one shot looking at right there. So you have Blackbeard waiting for those peaks, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna have that Ash who's gonna open up some of those castles on the other side, and then that pretty much anyone that's in VIP is stuck. You want to go through that rotation into master bedroom. Blackbeard's gonna take you down. You want to try to fight them through the window. You're at a disadvantage. Like, so that's what's gonna I assume what's gonna happen through this, because do that and you have the defenders trapped in there.
Yeah, exactly. And as you can see here, they do read into it. They finally open up this window over by VIP Lounge, and Twitch is going to send her drone in, call out that the castle is in here, and they will slowly approach him and most likely take him out pretty quickly. As you see here, the Blackbeard is still on main window, so it's going to be imperative that he stays alive to cut off any rotation. It does seem like they're slowly funneling in, so Blackbeard could get some kills here, but I don't know where he's DCL, and Vang cleaning up quite quickly. It is all falling apart for Trust No One on this site. And as we say that, Modelo gets taken out quite quickly. Ash works her way in, does not hear... Oh no, she's on the outside, never mind, sorry. She was working her way in. Twitch is going to be calling out that the castle is over here. It's going to get pre-fired. Oh, nice shot from one shot. The fuser is outside. He's going to rotate around. They do see that he's there, and gets cut off by the bathroom. And RIZE Alliance, one round away from cleaning up Trust No One.
Yeah, a much better play from RIZE. Like, completely cleaned up there. Again, that strat first round in was good. Like, it, you know, it was a little bit off and stuff.
It's a nice pocket strat.
It's a nice pocket strat, but it clearly has its issues. And I think RIZE took notice and they took advantage. Oh wait, was RIZE the one that did that first?
No, it was Trust No One. They did it a few rounds ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. This wasn't.
I think it was round.
Like round 1. It was round number 1. That's what they did. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, round numbers. I think it was round 7 actually. I think.
Yeah. I meant round like 1 for them being on defense.
Yeah. Round. Yeah.
Yeah. Whew. Talked myself out of that hole.
We avoided that mess.
Yeah.
But we are going to be going back down to kitchen. Very strong site. Ooh, Mario bringing out the Maestro. A little bit of irony there with the name and the operator. I know I like to rock the Maestro hat that makes him look like Mario. That's just what I do. But I think we're going to see I hope we see Trust No One do something a little bit different. They won very convincingly on the site last time. They just got a little bit more aggressive than they should have been.
Yeah.
If they keep that aggression to a minimum, but do the same kind of things as they did last time, they can walk away with the win on this map or this particular bomb site very easily. Yeah.
And another thing that I'm noticing with Mario is setting up those cameras. They know that Twitch is being played a lot on the outside, and that's something you have to, when you set those cameras up, you have to log yourself on and then set the screen up, because if that Twitch walks by, it's a 2-shot, and he's able to take down those cameras with that update. So
he does not make sure, though, that he will eventually need to push him down so they can, once the Twitch is off the board, if you can get that far, that you can move the cameras back down. But yeah, I totally agree. That's a very good observation, actually, that the Maestro cams can easily be taken out. Almost rips out that ADS with that shotgun. Be a little bit more careful. Shooting the drones in the drone hole, making sure that he doesn't get any sneaky eyes on here, and he accidentally takes out the ADS. You gotta watch those shots on your teammates' gadgets. So now they can easily throw some frag grenades through there, and you know there's gonna be frag grenades because they've been running a buck and a sledge consistently.
Yeah, so now Riley has control of that top floor. That's a deadly position to have him because, again, opening up that floor, it's going to be able to, like, weed out a lot of the defenders. He's going to turn a corner. He's going to be able to take down Bumble. Modelo, a nice kill for him that's going to even out the score just a little bit. Another kill going on to 1-shot, though. Another defender is off the board. He's going to continue to push forward, make his way into kitchen as we see Quickwit getting spotted on the camera, but the attackers have a lot of space that they've made it through. Modelo, though, just taking them down one by one.
Modelo seems to have found his game at this point. Yeah. I think that little bit of a break really reinvigorated him. As you can see here, he is going off, but as we say that, though, Quick is able to take out 2 very quick kills, and he's literally just down to Drac again, but he's not able to finish off the kills, and RIZE Alliance finally sweeps up Trust No One, but Trust No One had a valiant effort to stay in it. They almost brought that one back.
Yeah, a respectable comeback for that. Modelo really taking the lead on that. We see him with that 9-3, like taking control of the kills on both scoreboards, basically. So yeah, he kind of threw the team on his back a little bit on that defense. Not to say a lot of the kills were shared, some really nice angles and stuff. And yeah, I'm really glad that TNO came back with that because they're a good team. And they've kind of like, they were able to show, yeah, we can compete. RIZE, though, is like, we've seen them this season, we've seen them last season. RIZE is like one of the teams to beat.
They really are. Obviously, Trust No One, again, that's their first game in. So they are going to be a little, trying to develop a few different strats. They had some good ideas, but unfortunately, they didn't develop all those ideas when they used them again, right? So they do have to have different strategies for different bomb sites, especially on Coastline. Coastline is a very difficult map to have kind of like an interesting strat for because there is only so much you can do. The sites are so close together, it doesn't lean itself to a lot of creativity. So you kind of have to go with the meta slightly or what works best and just adapt it to your personal preference. But that will be it for tonight, guys. We only have one game for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. But you will catch us next Tuesday for the Xbox Game 2 MMLG or MMGL. That's a lot of letters. MMGL. And then also on Wednesday, we'll be back with you again with the PS4 day number 3. So stay with us that way, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter and also on Twitch. We're always streaming different things. Much of our creators stream PUBG. We stream Siege. And you can also follow us on Twitter at BubbaFabes and at NGarby and at MMG Gaming. But for now, guys, we're going to leave it at that. Thank you, Bubba, for coming out tonight. It's been a pleasure casting with you again, and I will see you next week.
See you later.
All right. And we'll talk to you guys. We'll talk to you guys next time. Have yourself a good night, guys.
No, you hang up.
Yeah, you hang up. No, you hang up. Talk to you later.